Return of the Mount Hua Sect, Chapter 183. What in the world is this? Everyone looked back and forth between the large pavilion and Jogul. The unfocused gazes alternated between the two of them. Jogul, who became the star of their strange gazes, put his mouth to the fist and coughed low. This? Here? Yes. This place? I said yes. Chongmyung opened his mouth. Jogul Sahyung is their son? You must be the servant's son, right? This is my house. Chongmyung shook his head and placed his hand on Jogul's shoulder. No, think carefully about this, Sahyung. What? A person's life is revealed on their face. Looking at the face of Jogul Sahyung, who would ever think you're the son of a wealthy family? No matter who sees you, you look like the son of a laborer. Hey! Unable to bear it, Jogul kicked Chongmyung. Why? Is it really so strange that I'm the son of this family? Very. Greatly. Really, it is strange, Jogul. When he looked into the eyes of those who didn't believe him, even Baekchun, Jogul bowed his head. And these people are my Sahyungs. Tears were stinging his eyes. Jogul, be honest, is this really your house? Sahyung. Even Yunjong couldn't believe it. Seeing this, Jogul grabbed his own head in distress, and Yunjong spoke with a flustered expression. No, but didn't you tell me that you were from a small house? I couldn't bring myself to tell you. Huh? It just fits so well without you in the picture. No. Do I look that weird? Is it that strange? No, it isn't strange. Your eyes are saying that it's strange. Now. You can see that? Yunjong was visibly embarrassed, which made Jogul even more depressed. Chongmyung, who had been kicked away, returned at that time. No, it could be possible. Such things are common. The disrespected son of a successful family couldn't stand it any longer and left home. Shut it! Baekchun grunted through his teeth. I wasn't talking about Sasuk. Then why are you looking at me when you say it, you damn bastard? It seemed like the people inside could hear their chattering and spoke up. Who dares to speak like this in front of the door of the Four Seas merchant chamber? The massive door opened, and an old man with a sharp face emerged. With a harsh glare, he looked at the disciples of Mount Hua and... Huh? Oh, young master! Young master? Chongmyung whispered to Yunjong. Did I hear him right? Looks like it. It makes me want to tear my ears out. The old man hurried to Jogul. No, it is the young master. No, young lord. The young lord is here. Welcome back. Chongmyung whispered again. It seems like welcome back is used differently in Sichuan. I think so too. Maybe it's a dialect thing. I can hear you. I can hear everything. Jogul frowned as he looked at those two. However, it seemed like the other disciples of Mount Hua were invisible to the old man. He embraced Jogul with tears flowing down his face. Young lord, it is truly wonderful that you came back. Really. Samjongkwon, calm down. Chongmyung whispered again. It feels like he is a real family member. Why is he talking informally to the old man? Really? Wait. That's not what you're supposed to say, is it? Even in the midst of this, Yunjong was too shocked to maintain his composure. You, here, spread word that the young lord is back. Go now. The servants rushed inside at the old man's command. Chongmyung looked at Jogul, who was busy calming the old man, and clicked his tongue. No matter how difficult it may be, a person shouldn't be judged by their appearance. It seemed like Jogul must really be the son of a wealthy family. Yunjong Sahyung, would you happen to have any hidden family too? Like, you're the hidden child of some high-ranking official or something. I'm an orphan. Right. Usually, that's how it should be. It was strange how they welcomed Jogul, but the tearful reunion didn't last long as the old man began to notice the others. And, who are these people? They're my sect Sasuk and Sahyungs. Baekchun took the lead. I am Baekchun, a second-class disciple of Mount Hua. We ended up visiting my Sajil's family due to an unexpected situation. I apologize for the sudden visit without giving any notice before we came here. No, how can you say that? Thank you for coming. Sam Jong-won wiped the corner of his eyes with his sleeve. Since the young lord went to Mount Hua, we have been worried sick because we haven't had any contact for a long time. I would have visited him several times if it hadn't been for the lord's orders. Jogul became awkward as he waved his hand at the old man. Let's go in first. It isn't polite to have my Sasuk stand around here. I must have been so excited that I didn't notice. Let's head in. Sam Jong-won led them in. The disciples shared the same thoughts as they entered through the large main gate. I think it's bigger than Mount Hua's gate. Look at this. This is the first time I've seen such a splendid home. Oh my, he looks different now. Mount Hua's disciples were all quite sensitive to money since they had lived in poverty for so long. As a result, it felt like a bright light was shining from Jogul, the child of this wealthy family. And Gul! The group soon saw two people running out. It was a middle-aged woman in a silk robe and an older man in red silk. At this point, the identity of these two could be easily guessed even if they didn't want to know. The woman rushed to Jogul and hugged him. You ignorant child! Why are you so late to come home? I'm sorry, mother. The middle-aged man leaned back and turned his head. He was probably holding back his tears. Well, it was so colorful, between the flashy clothes and the wide house. It was an unexpected scene, but it was a warm sight. 3 people and a runaway child stood there, looking at each other. Life is unfair. I mean it. Look at him, doing so well. Betrayer, deceiver. Even Chongmyung trembled at the sight. Look at this guy. Why was I reborn as a beggar? If Chongmyung had been born into this family, then everything would have been 10 times easier. Like this, a member of Mount Hua reunited with his family, and the other 4 disciples looked on at their happiness with hurting stomachs. So, Chongmyung looked at the rare and richly plated dishes in front of him and glared at Jogul. Jogul recoiled from the sharp gaze. You must have a lot of money. Kah! I didn't even know this. The young master of a wealthy family. Right, you are a young master. I had no idea. Jogul coughed. When it comes to a sect, everyone is on the same level. Doesn't matter what family we came from. It matters. I have no home. Me too. I don't have one either. When Baekchun slightly hesitated to speak, Chongmyung said, It's fine, Sasuk, because you were kicked out too. On my feet. I left with my own feet. Chongmyung neatly ignored Baekchun's words and continued to make a fuss. You had so much money, but didn't give a penny while Mount Hua was ruined, right? No. I'm not old enough to spend my family's money. Do you think that this is my money? Is that my money? You can request a favor. Even enemies can give each other food when requested. Traitor! Deceiver! Jogul's stomach flipped at their sharp gazes. They didn't know the situation as well as they thought. At that time, Jogul knew Mount Hua was suffering, but if he had asked his father to support the sect with his family's money, then his father would have run to Mount Hua right away and dragged him back home. His father is a merchant. He would never spend even a dime on a failing sect that held no value as an investment. Anyway, seeing that Jogul was troubled, Baekchun intervened. Let's not overdo it. We just misunderstood each other, and it doesn't even seem like you were hiding it intentionally. But the public opinion wasn't good. Look at how the children with families help each other. We're all orphans here. Yeah. Baekchun coughed with a flushed face. No, it isn't like that. That isn't important right now. What is important is finding a way to Yunnan, right? Chongmyung, who was worried there wouldn't be a Mount Hua to return to if they did something bad or failed to get to Yunnan, eventually held back a sigh and spoke. So what did your father say? I haven't spoken to him yet. Why? That is a little... Jogul took a deep breath. The deadline I originally promised to stay in Mount Hua has already passed. I should have already returned to the family last year to help with work. Then why didn't you go back? That... because you showed up. But Jogul couldn't possibly say that to Chungmyeong. Anyway, things happened, so now my father thinks I'm back here for the family's sake. I need to clear up that misunderstanding first. No, it's fine. We just need to go. What are you saying? I am a disciple of Mount Hua. Even if it means death, I will follow you to Yunnan. Oh my, what can we say to a man of high status? Chungmyeong shrugged his shoulders while Yoonjong whispered and secretly asked, Is Jogul's status very high? Sayoung, can't you tell despite seeing him this close? I don't know what it means, but looking at the skill of this place, it doesn't seem to lag too far behind the Eunha Guild, right? Then Jogul Sayoung is at least on a similar level as the young master of the Eunha Merchant Guild. Chungmyeong spoke firmly and pointed to Jogul. So Jogul Sayoung is at the level of a young master to the guild. Wait, thinking about it, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, right? I feel the same way. When they thought of Hwang Jonggi, who would always bow until his head touched the ground upon visiting Mount Hua, Jogul's status seemed to plummet in their minds. Ah, this isn't such a big deal. Eh? How great can you be? Jogul looks friendly again. If Hwang Jonggi had heard the disciples of Mount Hua talking like this, he would die of a heart attack. And in response, Jogul also began to tremble. It was burdensome that they began to look at him differently. But when he was ignored again, like this, he felt strangely angry. Well, Jogul sighed and spoke. I'm going to have dinner with my family later, so I will ask about Yunnan, Sasuk. Baekchun nodded. It won't be easy, but please take care of it. Whether we negotiate with the Namon Beast Palace or we hide and pilfer from their land, we need to know about Yunnan and everything about it. I know. If there is anything we need to do, just tell me. Yes, Sasuk. Jogul looked at them and turned around as he sighed. Then, Sahyung! Huh? Have someone downstairs fetch me some alcohol. Come on, young master. Don't ignore me. Why not ask for alcohol? Normally I wouldn't ask, but after they served us this much food, we need something to drink on the side. Something expensive. Sahyung, I'm telling you again. Chungmyeong spoke with a serious face. Make sure they bring expensive ones. This sly ghost. No one can catch him.